In our previous lecture, we have studied electrochemistry. First, we discussed the definition of the electrochemistry. Then, what does mean of electrolysis? And then, the process of electrolysis. In the process of electrolysis, this is the discharge potential that play a very important role. Greater the discharge potential, lesser will be the ability. Greater the discharge potential, lesser will be the ability to reach electrode. So I mentioned some discharge potential of some positive ions and discharge potential of some negative ions. Means sulfate ion has a very high discharge potential. If suppose sulfate and nitrate are there in the electrolysis process, then obviously nitrate will easily reach to the electrode in compared to the sulfate. Now today we will discuss first the product of electrolysis depend upon the how many factor, and second the cathodic and anodic product of different kind of electrolyte. If we electrolysis of different electrolyte, so if I discuss that one, so first this is the my first point is the product of electrolysis. The product of electrolysis depend upon the the product of electrolysis depend upon the first nature of electrode. First, nature of electrode. Nature of electrode means if suppose in electrolysis, this is the copper electrode if suppose, and this is the platinum electrode. So platinum electrode will not participate in the chemical reaction that going in the electrolyte. Platinum, it will not participate in the electrolysis reaction. But in case of copper, it is attacked electrode. It's not inert. So it will participate. In the chemical reaction. Hope you understand this point, that nature of electrode. If this is the copper electrode and this is the platinum electrode, this is the inert electrode, this is the active electrode, and we can say this is the attacked electrode and this is the non-attacked. This is non-attacked electron and this is attacked electrode. Hope you understand. The product of electrolysis depend upon the first factor, that is nature of electrode. The second factor is nature of electrolytic solution. Nature of electrolytic solution. Nature of electrolytic solution means whether it is strong electrolyte, strong electrolyte or weak. And in the strong and weak, whether it has high discharge potential or less discharge potential or less discharge potential. So it also depend upon the nature of electrolytic solution. The third factor is which depend upon the product of electrolysis. The product of electrolysis depend upon the first nature of electrolyte, second nature of electrolytic solution, and third charge density flowing during the process. Your flow during the process. Flow during the process. That means, if suppose I am taking the example of this one. If suppose we electrolyte concentrate H2SO4. If we electrolyte by inert electrolyte, and that is the 2H positive plus SO4 negative. Here two cases are arises. In the low current density, the cathodic product will be at cathode there will be H2 and at anode there will be O2. But in case of high current density, high current density at cathode there will be H2, but at anode there will be H2S2O8. H2S2O8 because at anode when HSO4 negative it electrolyze, it will dimerize and to form H2S2O8 plus 2 electron. So if we change the charge density flow during the process, that also change the electrolytic product. Next, concentration of the solution used. The fourth one is concentration of the solution used. For example, if I electrolyze NaCl, aqueous NaCl, then at cathode I'll get the H2 and at anode I'll get the Cl2. But if I electrolyze very dilute solution of NaCl, then at cathode you will get the H2, while at anode you will get the O2. This is the difference because the number of OH ion become more. So I have discussed the product of electrolysis depend upon the following factor. First factor is nature of electrolyte, whether it's attacked or not attacked, inert or not inert. Second, nature of electrolytic solution means whether the electrolytic solution is strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte, having high discharge potential or low discharge potential. Third one, charge density or flow during the process. At I took the example of concentrated H2SO4 at low current density. Cathode there is a H2 and at anode there is a O2. But at high current density there is a at cathode H2 will release, but at anode H2 will release according to this reaction. The fourth point was the concentration of solution used. So here if I am electrolyzing NaCl aqueous, then cathode will get the H2 and anode will get the Cl2. But if we electrolyze very dilute solution of NaCl, then at cathode we will get the H2 and at anode we will get the O2. Hope you understand this concept, how the uh, product of electrolysis depend upon the following factor.